Reindeer seek refuge in the forest during the long winter. Trees offer shelter from the elements and limit the buildup of snow, allowing the animals to dig out and eat the vegetation beneath. But the onset of spring signals the start of one of Earth's great migrations. Having toughed out the winter months in the forest, the herd will now travel hundreds of miles north towards the Scandinavian mountains to arrive in time for summer, where fresh vegetation will help them restock their fat reserves. The migration will be exhausting and dangerous. And there'll be little food along the way. Fortunately, the reindeer have an ancient alliance. The Sami. They are Northern Europe's last indigenous people, occupying a region they call Sapmi. As reindeer herders, they use every part of their animals for food and clothing. Tied to the herd's annual migration, the Sami may have adopted some modern machinery, but they also rely on their ancestral knowledge to master Lapland's harsh conditions. They can read the landscape and their reindeer, keeping them safe from predators. Now that climate change and human activity is affecting the reindeer's migrational route, it's often down to the herders to decide the best time to commence the journey. For this herd of over 1,000 reindeer, conditions in the forest and beyond must be just right before they set out. The success of the migration depends on it. More than half the herd is pregnant and due to calf in the next month. Their destination in the mountains will provide the females with the perfect birthing grounds and plenty of nutrient-rich food. But herder Leif Anders Blind must wait for the right conditions to start the journey. Finally, the early spring sunshine has begun to melt the top layer of snow. And overnight, it is refrozen into a hard crust. An easy surface for migrating reindeer, and one that won't sap their energy. Now is the time to get the migration underway. But shifting the massive herd is no easy task. It takes manpower, supplies, snowmobiles, and of course, man's best friend. The migration will take the Sami and the reindeer a grueling 150 miles from their winter grounds in Ektrask to summer pastures high in the Scandinavian mountains. Traveling through dense forests is slow going, so the Sami guide their reindeer onto a natural roadway of ice. A network of frozen rivers and lakes connects much of the migration route, making it easy for reindeer to cover ground quickly. Their hairy hooves give the reindeer a good grip on the ice. But still, covering 10 miles a day is a huge effort for pregnant reindeer. And the going only gets tougher when the ice highway ends and the herd are forced to enter the forest.